Hello everybody, I'd like to discuss with you today Jewish table manners. Derech Eretz, the right way to behave at the table. The Torah tells us that Derech Eretz kadma LaTorah. The way that a person behaves is very, very important, and we must be very careful to act respectfully and honorably. There's an Isur in the Torah, which we're told in Parashat Dvarim, in Chumash Dvarim. Lo lashchit ma'achalim, not to destroy any food, not to throw things away, not to be wasteful. Bal tashchit is an Isur lav, an Isur of the Torah, to throw away food. So therefore we have to be very careful when we're eating, first of all, not to serve up too much so that people won't be able to eat it and the food might be thrown away, but to make sure that we serve up just enough for what everyone needs. You can certainly serve up plenty, but when you serve up plenty, just try and use the extras for other meals rather than throwing things away. Some people are very careful that they wouldn't want to pass a full cup of wine or of any other drink over the bread, because maybe if the drink were to fall on the bread, then that would mean that we'd throw away the bread. And that would be a waste. That would be to destroy the food. We're destroying the bread by doing that. And so again, that's something that we have to be careful of when we're at the table. Lo tishaktsu ba'achila, we're told. You shouldn't be disgusting in the way that you eat. A person was created, the human beings were created as a tselem Elokim, in the way of Hashem, looking in the appearance of Hashem, in the way that they're supposed to behave. We're supposed to behave correctly. And we mustn't upset other people. We mustn't be disgusting to other people. We must be respectful and honorable at all times. Manners. When there's an older person or a wiser person than you at the table, you should always wait for them. Let them take their food first, and only afterwards you should take yours. I remember my mashgiach, Rav Naftali Kaplan, once told us that when he was in yeshiva, there was, at his table, the boys at the table had tremendous self-control. Let's say there were 6 people sitting at the table, they would be given in 6 pieces of chicken or 6 pieces of schnitzel or whatever it was. And if one of the boys at the table came late, no one would ever touch his food. His food would always be left there. Even if the guy wasn't going to turn up, no one would want to take the other guy's portion. Other boys from the other tables apparently would come and take the portion, but from that table no one would. That's a tremendous show of self-control. That's a tremendous show of good manners. That's a beautiful way to behave at a table. We're told that our table is like an altar. Shulchan domeh lemizbeach. So our eating is a holy thing. We're eating to give ourselves strength. We need to eat healthy foods and not things that are going to damage our health. We need to eat properly to give us the strength to serve Hashem. And we have to remember that our table is like an altar. It's a holy place. It's not a place to be disrespectful and to cause others to disrespect you. So to sum up, the Torah demands us to have good character traits, to act like a tselem Elokim, to be holy to Hashem. That's going to include not being disgusting at the table, having good manners at the table. Also, when we're sitting down to a meal, it's a time when we're fulfilling our desires, our most animal-like desire to eat. It's very easy for a person to fall and to behave badly at that time and to grab food and be worried that maybe there's going to be no tomorrow. It's a terrible thing to do. We have to control ourselves. We have to practice self-control. We have to build it up in our families, that we behave respectfully at the table. Also, of course, seeing as the table is like a mizbeach, it's like an altar, we should also be making sure that whenever we're having a meal, we're also going to be discussing some divrei Torah. We're told that a table where no words of Torah are spoken, where a meal is eaten, and no words of Torah are spoken, is like sacrificing dead animals to Hashem. And you can understand the parallel. But the whole sacrifice of our eating, the whole altar business here, is missing something if we're just doing it to fill our stomachs and we're not doing it together with some Torah. So, to summarize, that's how important it is that we have proper Derech Eretz at the table. Thank you.